When the government When the government agenda is set by short-sighted corporations, which have bought and paid for all of the elections, people see for whom rule by and for the people really works out to be. When the government overturns as failed and outdated the policies of its immediate predecessors, people see just how quickly their best interests may be reinterpreted. When government employees reap benefits unavailable to the masses, yet are no longer fit to work at normal jobs, people sense the presence of strangers from alien institutions. When overpaid consultants and executives buzz like busy bees between lobbyists and legislators, people observe the best and the brightest in all their wondrous glory. When governments compete for tax dollars from any new development to finance their ever more bloated budgetary needs, citizens know where to look for guidance in creating a sustainable society. When Homeland Security is conducted behind utmost secrecy within the world's largest bureaucracy, people understand that the truly patriotic have nothing left left to fear. When the government makes a war against all the world's better judgment, the people must be helped to discern morally obligatory preemptive defense from openly evil and naked aggression. When the government seeks to rip its last precious oil reserve from its remotest remaining wilderness, people witness firsthand how conservatives practice conservation. When the government excludes SUVs, pickup trucks, and vans from mileage and pollution standards, voters plainly see the finest governance that corporate money can buy. When 900,000 pages of deliberately obfuscated tax code gibberish funds a vast so-called industry of overpaid pig Latin interpreters, people again see the wisdom of electing lawyers as their leaders. When conservative government leaders rail ignorantly against junk science and criticize fuzzy math, the people feel free to belittle anything more complex than the average action movie. When the government tries to prod a sluggish consumer economy by offering yet another prod of unfunded kickstart, people bend and submit once more to the financial electrodes. When the government's focus is always upon the latest poll in advance of the next upcoming election, people do not miss the foresightful forefathers that they have never learned of. When the government official tells God he must bless the country after every speech and asks us all to add our prayers, good people sleep all the better, knowing that he is on their side. When the government declares that every other nation is either simply with us or against us, people know that even heathen foreigners will listen to simple reason. When the government encourages conglomerates to buy up all the media and the vapid so-called news is the same on every channel, people scoff at the notion of an ever-vigilant press which guards their civil rights. When the government taxes cigarettes almost enough to make the smokers quit, then subsidizes tobacco farmers and pays Medicaid for lung diseases, people know that somewhere all these actions must make sense together. When governments sell more in weapons than they provide for development, and insurgents can get guns more easily than mothers can find flour, people are glad to note that their leaders pray humbly for a lasting peace every night. When one government spends more on its military than all the rest together, people can understand that increasing ignorance and poverty is a slightly sad but necessary effect of protecting our own traditional family values. When the government speaks openly of might making right, while destroying societies to spread freedom in wars of liberation, be sure that the world worships in joyful wonder the image of its only superpower. When the government subsidizes its chosen religious groups which discriminate based upon belief, those alienated mull upon the motto, one nation under God. When the government takes away the knitting needles from frightened grandmothers flying off to family holidays, wise men know our travel is made safer from ruthless terrorist killers. When the government always makes very little sense at all, the people find a consistency that they can come to rely upon, and with which the meaninglessness of their own lives dovetails very well.